You take that another terrific play away from the Comets, and it's going to push them all the way back to the 45-yard line. But it remains first down and 5.
That's
for
right.
the Comets.
That's
first
right.
down and 5. 8:22 remains here in the first half.
And as many times as Clayton has the opportunity to try to stop East Wake, they successfully do them. But I think also ultimately, Trey Snyder, East Wake buries themselves. They bury themselves with penalties. They bury themselves with making mistakes, handling the ball, getting the ball up the field. And, Clayton's doing good defensively, but East Wake has got to stop their own mistakes like we're just about to see again here. Stop at your play, and it's going to be against Clayton this time again.
It's been... Unfortunately, what you're saying, it's been 3 consecutive against the Comets. 3 consecutive against the Comets. So the defense of the Warriors,
and we played
extremely well all games so far.
We talk about a game last night, Trey Snyder, or last Thursday night against West Johnston, where we had, 3 penalty flags called, 4 penalty flags called? Now I think we're on our 6th or 7th in the game so far.
Another kick return was returned last week for a touchdown. And we have a man, that's Evan Hardy, straight up the middle of the field to the 30. That's to the 20.
Look at that.
That's to the 10. You cannot catch the young man, the 5'8", 160-pound senior running back. That is a touchdown, the Comets.
How about Evan Harding, the running back senior? 5'8", 160 pounds. Broke free at midfield. He never looked back. Had one man on the defense of East Wake right at his miss, right on his trail. Still punched it in the end zone.
He said, "Catch me if you can." Evan Hardy coming off a 3-touchdown game last week against West Johnson, has his first of this evening. That was a 55-yard reception. And once again on the kick, we have another flag on the field.
Yeah, they're going for the extra point, and there's a flag on the play.
It is against the Warriors. It's going to be offside against the Warriors, so the Comets will attempt another kick here. You're only going to be moved up about 3 yards. You can't go into the end zone. So the referee, the white hat of the group here in Clayton, North Carolina. Once again, you're tuned in to Friday Night Under the Lights right here on the CRN Sports Network. Trey Snyder and Mr. Wesley Outland on the call. I'll have the play-by-play here in the first half, and Mr. Wesley Outland will be the play-by-play man in the second half. With only about 2-3 minutes left in here in the first half, Mr. Wesley Outland will go from our press box down to the field to talk to the head coaches for both respective programs.
Yeah, I'm going to try to catch a word with Hunter Jinks as we get ready for the Osborne Company post halftime show as I watch the kick go up, and it's good. Man, it's 14-0.
Here we go. So this is the offense that we're used to seeing.
It is
from the Comets. So right now, 7:49 remains in the first half. Your score: 14 for the Comets, 0 for the Warriors. You're tuned in to Friday Night Under the Lights right here on the CRN Sports Network.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to CRN Sports Network. Trey Snyder and Mr. Wesley Allen on the call here in the beautiful city of Clayton, North Carolina. Our home high school here.
Our alma mater.
Just a few years ago, should they say.
That wasn't a huge year.
It was about 15 years ago.
That's right. Feels like for me.
7.9 is a short kick. It is a short kick for the Comets, but the Warriors do take control at the 30-yard line. The Comets special teams, the kick return team, the kickoff team, wanted to kind of catch them off guard, but the Warriors were ready to go. So with only 7:48 here in the first half, your score 14 for the Comets, 0 for the Warriors on a terrific 55-yard reception from Cagle into the hands of Evan Harding, his first touchdown of this evening. And he's having a terrific senior year. Look for that man in the D1 ranks coming up next year. He's playing terrific right now.
First and 10, ball's about to go on to 30. Here comes East Wake Warriors trying to come back down from 2 scores in the first half of play. C-Town piling it on here at senior night at Nixon Fowler Stadium.
Creep decides to keep it. He rushed out to the right-hand side, but there is 2 different defenders, and he tried to give him the stiff arm, but he decides to be pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, that was number 2 for East Wake.
Which we don't have a name for number 2. We do apologize.
Question mark player.
So 7:42, the clock will continue to run after the man in the white hat will wave his hand. And the offense finally comes back onto the field to, after looking to the sideline for additional play here. So, 7:42. Carl was going to say.
You lost your spot there for a second.
30-yard line. And we have an offsides. We have an offside against the Comets. There's 2 different defenders decide to jump
You're
just
offsides,
a
they're
little bit early.
offsides. There you go.
That's right.
Come on, Trey. Stop getting tongue-tied, brother.
It's all right, brother.
It is 58 degrees outside. You can feel the temperature dropping as nightfall set in, too.
It is beautiful. I love this. Well, I get made on the Sports Mayhem in my town talk for our radio station. I get made fun of because I enjoy the weather, the cold weather, the minus degrees. Ran track over there from Clayton High School over at Lees McCray College.
Are you serious?
I loved it.
Man.
Absolutely loved it.
Okay, there you go.
And the creature keep it straight up the middle of the field. He is finally brought down by number 14 of the Comets.
Comets defensive
That is
stop.
Burrows, Cameron Burrows for the Comets. So 7:37 is going to be a first down for the Warriors.
How about, again, the man running with the ball there? He just took it up the field on his own, Trey Snide.
He decides to fake it to the running back. He saw a perfectly good, nice, big hole by the offense. If you look, the offensive line, if you see the offensive line from up where we are, it looks like an average about 270, 280 from here.
That's right.
And once again, Creech rushed out to the left-hand side. He keeps it, but he is brought down behind the field. There is a
he
fumble.
Fumbled the ball.
He fumbled the ball, but it was pushed out of bounds.
Exactly. He fumbled the ball, but he fumbled it before, after he had went out of bounds. So, therefore, he will still keep possession of the football.
It is going to be 2nd down and 5 to go, and we have an injury on the field. Once we find out who it is, I promise you we will lift up our condolences for that young man. So 6:58 here in the first half. Your score, 14 for the Comets and 0 for the Warriors.
So Trey Snide, we're not going to go to TV break or commercial break, the radio timeout. Let's talk about the schedule standings for the Greater News 3A. And even though if Clayton could win this game tonight over East Wake, they're going to be second in the seed overall going into the state playoffs starting next week. But they can't catch the Cleveland Rams.
No, again, the Rams tomorrow night are playing Fuquay Arena, which is a non-conference matchup. So that kind of deletes itself. And South Johnson, once again, is also playing a non-conference matchup, so that has nothing to do with tonight's game.
That's right.
The only thing that Clayton can do against East Wake is lessen East Wake's chance of making the playoffs and push forward of the seeding for the Comets moving into the playoffs. Now, I'm not sure, and we can find out once we talk to the coaches and talk to the principal, who we're very familiar with, Mr. Bennett Jones of the Clayton Comets. I'm not sure how the seedings will happen in the playoffs for the Comets. I don't know if they're going to be able to host a game. I don't think they'll have to travel. So we'll find out a little bit more clarification. We'll get some clarification on that just a little bit here.
We got it worked out that if we have to ride the bus, we ride the bus.
That's right. all we ask is 2 hot dogs, a Coke, and some fries. We'll be good to go.
That's it. That's my friend
I'm
Ed
a
Horton.
happy man.
As my friend Ed Horton says in West Virginia, grab a Coke and a smile. Have a Coke and a smile.
There's a fumble on the field, but the Warriors do.
He recovered it.
Fall on it, but it's pushed all the way back to the 39. Correction, the 41-yard line.
That's right. And Trey Snide, in addition to us covering high school football up to the playoffs for the Comets, we've also got you covered with high school basketball. We're going to be covering the Clayton Comets varsity girls with head coach Marlon Lee, the varsity boys Comets of head coach Denny Medlin, right here inside their nice, brand new. I've never even seen it until we done the Rise to the Occasion tournament,
right.
Because when I finished school, they were still building that thing, building that beautiful gymnasium, but that's where we'll have high school football, basketball coverage for you beginning on November 20th against East Garner on the CRN Sports Network. Oh, where was he at?
That was a fumble. That was a fake. Active. No, it was not. It was a fumble because it was backward pass. So it was an active ball, but the receiver for the
he made
Warriors,
it work.
Exactly. He was very... he got a little bit excited and just threw it just a little bit
That was
short.
number 10 for East Wake of Davion Vick, the running back senior, with the catch after the fumble in the backfield. They threw it, kept it going, and, man, he made something out of nothing. But it's still 4th and 4. They got a nice little 11-yard pickup from that because it was 4th and 15 a moment ago.
But they are going to go for it right here, and we have a timeout on the field. So, 6:05 in the first half. Your score 14 for the Comets, 0 for the Warriors. You're tuned in to Friday Night Under Lights right here on the CRN Sports Network.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com. Unforgettables. Nice. Carolina Security Consultants is your residential security consultants leader. Our security assessment is custom tailored for each project. Give Danny a call, 336-312-5326. Make sure to tell them 3 and Out sent you.
Rudo Apparel powers teams and athletes around the world by offering the best in customer uniforms at an unbeatable price. Visit RudoApparel.com or give them a call today at 347-850-2720. Build your one-of-a-kind uniform made just the way you want. Rudo Apparel, the #1 shop for custom uniforms and apparel. That's 347-850-2720.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Welcome back to the CRN Sports Network. We have a punt after the timeout. The Warriors, they had 4th and 4. They looked like they were going to go for it. They lined up for once again in the offense of possession, but they decided to kick away. That's Creech, once again, their punter for this evening as well.
That's right.
They decided to kick it away, and the Comets do take control right at the 30-yard line. So 5:59 here in the second quarter, the first half. 14 for the Comets and 0 for the Warriors. The Comets do come out in nice little blue uniforms, the ones that we remember back in our heyday. They should have.
I wore one. I wore one.
I think the dad
My
bod right now is
sophomore,
coming
junior,
back.
and senior
coming
year,
back
I
in
wore
style.
one of those Comets jerseys.
That's right.
I did. Didn't get to play very much, but I know I got to play.
That's why we're
I
up
got
here.
to play. I did.
That's why we're up here. Now, my first year.
I remember playing with guys like Reed Smith and Kevin Stump and Bobby Morris and. Man, there's so many guys I could think of. Drew Fowler. Matter of fact, when I graduated, Drew Fowler was in that class as well, Coach Fowler's son.
Richardson gets the ball, rushes up the right-hand side. He continues to move his feet, finally brought down at the 50-yard line. Once again, that is another 45-yard run by Richardson. We're waiting to see if there's a flag, and there is not.
No flags
So
on the play.
45-yard rushing for Mr. Richardson, number 24 for the Comets. That is a first down and 10 for the Comets. 5:50 remains here in the the first half.
Good job for Trayvon Richardson, the running back, senior, 5'7" at 185, powering up the field. They break now into the Warriors territory. 1st and 10. Ball goes on the 49, and the clock ticks away from the first half of play.
And Cagle looks to throw. He's got a great arm. That is number 4. We know exactly who that is. Jalen Imori from the Comets. It gets down to the 40-yard line, and it's going to be right at the line or the first down mark. And are they going to give it to him?
That's Jalen Imori.
Yeah. Are they going to give it to him? And they do. It's a first down. It's right at exactly 10-yard reception for Imori of this Clayton offense. So first down and 10. The ball's at the 39-yard line. The clock will continue to run. 5:34. Your score, 14 for the Comets, 0 for the Warriors.
Jalen Emery with a big catch there. Number 4, the wide receiver senior at 6'3", 187, whatever college he ends up playing for. He's going to be somebody to watch there catching balls. As here comes the Comets again.
And Kagan he's looking for number 81 of the Comets. 81, that is Brandon Cray. We've heard his name a few times this season, but it's just a little bit overthrown from Cagle over to Brandon Cray. It's going to be second down and 10. The ball remains at the 39-yard line.
5:15 in the second quarter. First half of play. Comets 14. The East Wake Warriors 0. Senior night. Final game of the regular season before they begin their quest to try to go for a state championship
And
we'll have it on
yeah,
CRN.
Richardson is the man in motion, and he gets the ball. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, and shots right,
Wow,
shot
look at
left.
that.
Nice little spin move, little juke move on a little PlayStation remote, and finally gets down about an additional 5 yards after the spin. So that is another first down run by Richardson and this offense for the Comets.
Trey, great job by Richardson for Clayton. I mean, he stopped 1, 2, 3 opportunities of the East Wake Warriors defense to stop him on the front line. The linebackers and then in the backfield, they're the ones that finally made the stop.